Hey guys, welcome to a little update video. This is kind of going to be a mishmash of things. I kind of wanted to do an update on Toku Flow, which I've been taking now for 3 months, over 3 months. And it's been a rough month, I'd say, with a lot of things going on. And one of which I mentioned in a shipping update video where I had scabs on my face from taking a fall with Vann. My face was the least of the damage. I actually tripped over a steel sculpture and it did some pretty bad damage with my leg. I probably should have went to the emergency room, but I'm one of those people that I literally have to have something broken or in so much pain I can't take it. I've only been to the hospital a couple of times in my whole life. If you've watched my other Toku Flow videos, you know that one of the reasons I was taking it was because I have pretty bad circulation in my legs. When I did damage my leg, I was a little bit worried about the healing process, and it's still not healed. This happened on September 13th. We went to a sculpture park near us with all the kids. We were having a camping weekend, and I ended up falling in the very beginning of our walk. And I still walked a couple of miles after that. It was painful for sure, but I didn't think I was that hurt until the next day, and the week that followed was pretty bad. And I had to prep for a very big vendor show, which I mentioned in another update, where I sell out every year, and I still sold out, and I baked my butt off as much as I could for 3 full days before the event. And it wasn't until 5 days later that I realized my feet were fine on that vendor show day. And we got moving. I got moving at 6 in the morning, starting to pack everything up because we had to be at the place by about 9 to be set up by 11. So I was going all day, and we sold out. I ended up selling out of most of everything around 7. I had a little bit left around 8, 8:30. We packed up around 9. I didn't get home till 11. So it was a very long day, and it was busy pretty much the entire time. I think every time I sat down, it was 1 second and I was back up on my feet. So this picture here was 5 days later, and I'm all completely bruised and everything. But I realized that day of the vendor show, my toes didn't hurt. They weren't hot and swollen and red. And I feel with the damage I did to my leg, I was really surprised at the fact that my feet didn't even hurt. They weren't swollen or anything when we got home that night. And I had been on my feet Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, baking an insane amount. Even after my husband got home, 7 o'clock at night, I was still working and stuff like that. So I definitely think the Toku Flow had something to do with that, because I feel even last year at this time when I did this vendor show, my feet were painful by 8 o'clock, at that vendor show. So I'm going to continue to take it. Like I said in my last update video on this, I'm going to continue to take it, and I want to get some blood work done too and see how my blood work compares to years prior and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's my update on the Toku Flow. I do have a coupon code with them for 20% off. I'm even using it. It gives me money off, so it brings it down to less than $2 a day for this supplement that I put in my coffee every morning, and it takes the place of all the liquid stevia I was using. And I don't buy sweet coffee drinks and stuff like that. You can definitely even spice it up more. I'm just lazy in the mornings. I just take my black coffee, mix it in, shake it up in a shaker bottle, drink it. But I feel it'd be really good in an espresso, shaken up and then put frothed milk on it and make a mochaccino kind of thing. It'd be delicious. But I'm too lazy at 5:30 in the morning when I'm just trying to get the caffeine in before Vann wakes up and get my work, started for the day and stuff like that. So that's a little life update and the Toku Flow update. Next, I want to mention Halloween, just because I love Halloween, and Vann helped me do my hair color this time. He always wants pink but he did such a good job. I wish I would have been able to take a picture, but if you have ever been around toddlers, you know, if you want them to do something and get something done, you got to kind of be quick about it. Like, there can't be a lot of stalling in the time you mention it to the time they're actually doing it. So literally, like, this took 5 minutes because I was like, okay, let's do it. Okay, get a shirt on over your clothes, you know, so you don't get, you know, dye everywhere. And like, I put my gloves on and I just literally like held up each section, and he took the paint and he painted semi-permanent hair dye on all the way around my head, and he did such a good job. But I did my hair color this also. I kept it this color to do the Cheshire Cat for Halloween this year. So here's a picture of the Cheshire Cat. And that's why I might look a little weird. It actually looks in the camera like I still have pink and purple on my eyebrows. I tried to take it all off, but it's hard to get makeup off. That brings me to Halloween and the candy recipes I've been making. And people, oh, this is too hard, but I'll definitely pay you to make it for me. And I realize it seems like an easy thing to do. Like, okay, yeah, just put it up on my website and I'll make you batches of it. The problem is the shipping, because yes, it's cool here where I live, but in other areas, it's not going to be as chilled as it is here right now. And with allulose, when it's out of the fridge, it's soft. Like, especially like, I haven't come up with the way to put, there has to be something you can put into allulose that keeps it stiff at room temperature. I just have some tapioca fiber syrup coming, so I might do some experimenting with that. But like the Butterfinger bars are great, but I had some out on my countertop for like a week, and they're like chewy, because the allulose just kind of softens and like melts everything kind of into the bar. It's still delicious. I just don't want you guys getting product that you don't want. Like, you're not expecting a chewy Butterfinger, you want a crispy Butterfinger. So that is one problem. Another problem is keto chocolate is really expensive. So I've been looking into making my own chocolate, which is, I spent an entire day in the bakery trying to figure out. Trader Joe's chocolate is just unsweetened chocolate, allulose, and cocoa butter. I tried 4 different versions and none of them came out like a chocolate chip. So like, I literally don't know what they do to make it hard. Like, all my chocolate came out soft and chewy because allulose is chewy when you melt it. But if you don't melt it, it's grainy. So how are they getting the allulose in there? If they're not melting it and they're not using powdered, they must have something that they're like blending it together. The problem is, I don't want to do a huge batch in a blender, because if it doesn't turn out, then I'm wasting a ton of allulose, a ton of chocolate, a ton of cocoa butter, whatever I put in there. It gets wasted if it doesn't work. So like, I can't do just a small amount in a blender because it's not going to touch the blades enough to like do what it needs to do to like come together. So trying to figure out keto chocolate so I don't have to buy the pre-made chocolate in the stores, but then also trying to find bulk product in order to make the cost less than what I would buy at the store. It's a pain. So that's another thing with the shipping chocolate in general, is having a good recipe, but also one that won't melt as easily. So using cocoa butter, which is also way more expensive than just coconut oil and stuff like that. So it would cost me a lot to ship. And if I need to ship it cold too, then I need to buy ice packs and maybe some insulated boxes, which all cost a lot of money and also takes up a lot of space, which I really don't have a ton of space to keep cases of shipping boxes and stuff like that, especially like carton ones that are like insulated and stuff like that. So I really wish I could ship this stuff. Like, I know Chalk Zero ships all their chocolates and stuff, but they're a big company. Like, they have been doing this for a long time. I'm sure they have hookups in the industry, which I do not possess. So I definitely want to start shipping different things, maybe candy at some point if I figure out the allulose situation and some kind of chocolate, and buying more insulated boxes and stuff like that at cheaper prices. It's just a lot goes into the shipping process and what you need to purchase and having the money to purchase. Like I said not that long ago, I'm not even making a profit technically right now. Like, I am, but most of it's going back into the business and stuff like that. So just adding more cost on top of what I'm already trying to do is a lot. Plus, I do experiments and waste a lot of product just doing experiments so I can do recipe videos for you guys. So there's a lot that goes into it. I'm working on doing pre-baked pizza crusts for sale to ship. So I'm working on that. And then I was thinking about doing some kind of breakfast, another breakfast pastry, maybe cinnamon rolls. I want to find a way to make them easier in bulk. Like if I can make the dough, refrigerate it, and then bake the next day, or if I can proof it, freeze it, and then bake it, or something to make the process a little bit easier for me. But again, a lot of experimenting with it, which is what takes the longest to figure out shipping, is doing all the testing to figure out the easiest way to make things in bulk and the most timely manner so that you get them fresh, stuff like that. So I will be working on that probably also. So hopefully by Christmas, I'll have some kind of cinnamon roll or some kind of breakfast pastry kind of thing, maybe in a 4-pack of cinnamon rolls or something like that. But I'll be working on that also. Other than that, some of you, not many, but my loyal 1,000 subscribers that have been here since the beginning have been asking about Vann. And he's going to be 3 soon. It's pretty crazy. I can't take a lot of videos and pictures of him anymore because he's always running back and forth from one thing to another. So it's really hard to get a good video or good pictures of him. But I'll be throwing some pictures up of him throughout here. We gave him his first haircut in the beginning of the year. And then we actually took him to the salon and he did amazing with clippers for the first time. And we gave him a real big boy haircut. And he looks so grown up. Every time I look at him, I'm like, why do you look so old? But yeah, so he has a big boy haircut now. And yeah, my boy's getting so old now. It's crazy. I think that'll about do it for this little mishmash of an update video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any ideas for future topics you want me to cover, let me know down in the comments below. I'm probably going to do a career video, me throughout the years and what happened with me not becoming a pastry chef straight out of school and stuff like that. But any other ideas, things you want to know, let me know down in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always I'll be back with more keto, low carb, healthy meals, desserts, and snack recipes, and some update videos. Bye guys. Happy keto baking.